All right, let's get the people in here. Let's see where the people at over there. You know what? Let's pause that. There we go. Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is the Uncommon Sense Show. I'm your host, Kennard, the DJ. And today we got Dre, we got Johnny, we got Michelle, and we got Ebony. And we got a pretty good topic tonight, like we always do, but this one's a good one. And the topic is black. Oh, excuse me, my bad. Damn, not black. Shit. It's light skin versus dark skin. Now, this is kind of, this whole thing with light skin versus dark skin, it's been a debate going on since who knows how long and all this and that. And, you know, it's still happening today. You know, we still dealing with this issue today. Johnny, give me your take on the whole light skin versus dark skin thing, and tell me about, and also tell me about what's your experience, you know, with that subject.
So very glad you asked, sir. My experience with this whole thing is, let me first start with my opinion. I can't stand cardboard colored people. I can't stand it. I don't like it. If you are gram colored and flesh tone, I hate you, motherfucker. No, I'm just joking. All right, seriously. So I mean, everybody is aware of like the debate. I think it was. I guess it's still as I don't know. I'm not sure if it was more serious when we grew up or now. I would think that it was more serious back when we was kids, but I don't know. There definitely was the whole from the male perspective. There definitely was I want the light skin long hair. Well, light skin long hair translated to pretty. Dark skin. Don't get me wrong. There were dark skin pretty women or girls, but light skin just got you. Well, light skin got you a glance by default. You know what I'm saying? Light skin would at least get you that. Dark skin girl, she had to have something else. She had to have a nice body, a nice something. I don't know. The little tassels on her bike had to be real pretty. Something. It had to be more than just her dark skin. For as far as towards me, like dark skinned guys, well, I mean, just it's the same thing that like the dark skinned women would say. It really wasn't no dark skinned guy people to look up to. You know what I'm saying? Back then when we was kids, I guess Wesley Snipes. I don't even think Ricky from whatchamacallit was like considered a sex. He wasn't a sex symbol yet. He was just known for being Ricky. No. Right. So, you know, I guess that's essentially where it was me. Now, as far as what I thought about light-skinned people, I got light-skinned people in my family, like extremely light. So hey, those just people, whatever. Now I will say, Dre, you said this last week, nigga. I completely thought you was Puerto Rican when we was in high school, nigga. I swear, nigga. When between you and Jason Hicks, I just knew that y'all was niggas. I just knew that y'all because because you got you got the whole graham cracker complexion, but I got so many of these jokes. I'm gonna just keep it rolling. You got the graham cracker complexion, but your hair is also the texture. I would put something like, okay, clearly he's Puerto Rican, the only one in Austin. Right. But yeah, that's just essentially what I thought. But yeah, that's it.
But see, yeah. But Dre know that. Dre know, like, you know, Dre know where I stand with that whole thing. You know what I mean? So like since high school, you know, that's Puerto Rican Dre. That's how she's calling him. Because it was two Dre's, and Dre will vouch for this. I've actually said this story. It was two Dre's I knew. One of them, I can't think of this guy's last name. It was actually a few Dre's. It was two in particular.
Dre Dobbs?
Well, Sutton.
What Dobbs? It was another guy.
Sutton. Andre Sutton.
No, it wasn't Poppy.
Can y'all hoop together?
No, it wasn't Poppy. Yeah, it wasn't Poppy what I'm talking about. But I remember Poppy. You know, we used to call him Poppy. We didn't call him Dre. You know, but anyway, long story short, it was that Dre, and then there was Puerto Rican Dre. So we were like, okay, that's Puerto Rican Dre. So that's what we would call him. Dre know that. But anyway.
Has anybody ever seen Papers that solidified whether or not if Dre is one of us. Let's just be. Have anybody else ever seen any type of certification?
Oh shit!
You want my birth certificate?
Yeah, we want your long. We want your
Well,
long
look.
birth certificate.
Well, look. Now let's be fair. According to certain laws in certain states, we can still see that one drop. Therefore, he's one of ours,
That's a black man.
regardless.
That's a black
Cool,
man.
so we'll take him. We'll take him.
Y'all listen.
Yeah.
You go on my page, you see like my great grandmother. Yeah, I come from slaves.
Right on.
So it just so happened that like my great grandfather. He was West Indian, and I mean he was black as night. And I posted that picture before. Y'all probably haven't seen that, but my great grandmother was white, and they tried to make it work, but he was violent, and then society was violent to them. So, and then on my father's side, kind of the same thing. Like, when you go up to my great grandparents, there was some mixture of races and stuff like that. So, my take on this shit, I mean, we know where it comes from. This shit comes from slavery. You know what I'm saying? The fair-skinned, blacks were allowed in the house. They was the one who took care of the food, took care of the cleaning, and took care of everything inside of the house. And the darker skin was out in the fields. And unfortunately, the shit has just made its way through time. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong. I mean, some of the funniest shit comes from light-skinned niggas this and dark-skinned niggas that, and I still go back and forth with a couple of my boys now. You know what I'm saying? Because dark-skinned, y'all taking L's this year.
Whoa.
Y'all really taking L's this year, man. If we're gonna go into that debate, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Cue Michelle's face.
I mean,
No.
with what's her boy name? Lil Uzi with the diamond in the head.
No, wait. The dark skin delegation got rid of him a long time ago.
But see, y'all got
what's the pregnant boy name? Dark skin.
Oh yeah, that nigga. Little sissy motherfucker.
Lil Nas. What's her boy wearing dresses? Call himself Slime.
I don't know. Who's that?
NBA
Young Thug. Young Thug.
Oh, a little sissy mother. Here's another.
Thugger. I'm just saying, them y'all people. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
The views and thoughts and the words being used do not express everyone's feelings. I'm not trying to be canceled. I ain't even started yet.
Listen, man,
Wait, Dre, I got two words for you. Juicy Smollett.
Juicy Smollett.
Juicy Smollett. Oh my God. But see, that nigga.
Hey, he had a whole citywide, nationwide scandal. Yeah,
he was super extra light skinned.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
But they
have a thing where they say crying white people tears. He was crying light skin tears. Like
right.
This motherfucker can't stay out the news for 5 minutes. It's been like 10 years. He's still in the fucking news. Why?
That light skin.
What's that? 3 years running? Same one.
Same fucking story. They still the fucking who was that? Kim Fox and all these motherfuckers had something to say about it. I was like, niggas, y'all serious? Y'all really?
I'm still mad. I'm still pissed. I'm still mad.
Talk to him.
Hey, listen. If he could get out, okay, they need to excuse my red light tickets if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? He cost the city so much money because for what? I'm still upset.
But you know what? When you go to that type of shit, when it comes down to the city and money, I mean, I have a hard time believing that case. Well, yeah, we did pay for that. Now I think about it, so I guess that makes sense. Damn, my bad. I got to eat my words on this one. But anyway, that's another half hour talking about this motherfucker. But anyway, check this out, right? Because it's just too much shit. It's like the whole thing is like, you know what I'm saying? And it's I don't know, man. That nigga, I don't know. But check this out. Michelle, what you think about the whole light skin versus dark skin thing? And what's your standpoint right now on it today? And what's your experiences with it?
From the fluorescent perspective.
There you go.
Okay. Asshole.
Get his ass, Michelle. Get his ass.
You know, even when you sent the topic, the topic said light skin versus dark skin. I said, oh no. I mean, okay, so if a person sees that, I know that they'll click on it because they're gonna know like this is controversial, right?
Exactly.
But I'm like, I would like for it to have said something like the effects of colorism in the Black community, but it's the whole light skin, dark skin.
So let's talk about then.
But see, okay, so
because we got to do it for like the less intellectual people, because some people be like colorism. What kind of
okay.
We're all drunk at this point.
And the reason why I said that, so I agreed with how he did it, because I know people will click on it and they were like, oh, let's watch this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's an attention grabber. Like my title would have been like so boring, they would have like passed that, right? But the reason why I said that is because it was the word versus. And we always feel like we are against each other. And that's what I don't like about, us as a society, right? And like I mentioned last week when we were talking about it, I don't think that people understand that it does affect light-skinned people too. We always look at it like, people have been taught that, like back in the day, they had this idea, light is right, whatever the case must be. As Johnny said, girls with certain looks were considered prettier, whatever the case must be. However, like being a biracial person, a light-skinned Black person, like I've always felt misplaced my whole entire life. Like it's always been, especially Austin High School. Come on, man.
Right.
Like I don't even remember a lot of high school because I was traumatized. It was always, you don't fit in with us, you don't belong with us. And I even see it to this day. Like when I'm come into an environment with people who don't know me, especially if it's Black females and they're darker than me, it's like I already feel like the tension in the air when I walk into the room. So let's say somebody invited me to a barbecue or whatever the case must be, a party, and they don't know me. They don't know, like, Michelle, cool as hell. She funny and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like I step into the room with the light skin, the curly hair, the light eyes, and I get the looks like, who is this bitch? And then it'll take like one person to kind of open up to me. So I've always felt misplaced, especially in my community. And what people don't know, like when I say I'm biracial, I'm Colombian and I'm Black, right? Okay. So I grew up in the Black community. My father is Black. My father raised me. So here I am looking like an outsider, but living and growing up. And that's all I know is the Black community and the Black culture.
So I got a question. I got a question.
Go ahead.
So when you're in the room, excuse me, at the place when no one
don't
knows
say
you,
shit stupid.
Okay.
Go ahead. Well, if it's a stupid question, keep it, Johnny.
And I don't have any questions. No, okay. So when you go to that barbecue or whatever, it's just you. I mean, well, you don't know anyone. Do you sit back and chill, or do you somehow signal, no, I'm Black? And if you do signal, how do you do that?
First of all, when I get to talking, you're gonna know I'm from Chicago. That's number one. Cause you're gonna hit a Joe, you're gonna hit a G, you're gonna hit a like, man, shut the fuck up, Johnny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
don't like where this conversation is going.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying. So I recently went to a barbecue Saturday. It was a second date. That long story short, second date. Dude invited me to the barbecue with his family, and I had a great time, right? And they were very welcoming and things like that. So I say, like, once a person get my personality, once I like open my mouth, you know what I'm saying? Like if somebody passed me a drink, I'm like, oh, thank you, sis. Like turn up or whatever. Just my personality. They were like, oh, okay, she cool or whatever the case must be. Because a person doesn't know, they just see your appearance. They don't know.
So you met the family on the second date.
Oh
and
my
we
God,
and we
Lord.
and we, we have, and there will be no more dates. Oh my God, I had a great time. I'm not gonna get too much off the topic. I
Is
had
he
a great
pastel color
time.
too?
Huh?
Was he a pastel color Negro too?
No, he was he was your color. Okay,
Gotcha.
I don't have any derogatory statements about that.
These
But
are
no,
descriptions. These are descriptions.
okay, pastel. But
Yeah.
you know that was. But what I do want to say, but what I do want to say on a serious note is I experienced racism within my family before I ever experienced it anywhere else.
Right.
Because you have to think about it. My parents were married in the 70s. It's not as acceptable. It was not as acceptable. My mother, and so it's 5 of us. Yeah, I know it's 5 of us. Same mother, same father. My parents were married. So my mom told me stories because my mom came to the United States when she was about 9 years old with her family. So my mom told me stories of how when she started dating my dad, my grandparents disagreed. They did not want their daughter dating a nigger or nigger, whatever they called it. You know what I'm saying? Mm. And they cut my mom's hair off. My mom told me she wore a wig when she married my daddy. Mm. They beat my mom in the shower. Mm. They did everything to like torture my mother. So now I have 2 families. I have my Colombian family and I have my Black family, right? So my Black family, my grandfather, my dad's dad used to tell me that my family swam across here in the ocean. Mm. I believed that till I was about 10 years old. Mm. I used to imagine my family swimming here. You know what I'm saying? So it was always your curly hair, sit down, your red hair, sit down, and this and this, and your mamita and your papito, then and this and this and this. And then when I go to my mom's side, my mom's name is Nancy, and you know, all of her siblings, they had, you know, everybody was either Hispanic or mixed with some type of white. It was not Black. We was the only Black kids. So we was Nancy's kids. So it'll be all the other kids get $20 for Christmas. Nancy's kids gets $5.
Fucked up.
Nancy's kids can't do this. Nancy kids can't go there. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I just think that, I mean, we come up into a society where a lot of stuff was forced on us. A lot of ideas, you know, was just given to us. And, you know, we were young, right? And the people before us, I think it's just a lack of knowledge. I do think that we are becoming better. You know, this day and age, you know, it still exists, but I think that we're becoming better. But I think like at the end of the day, we the same race, we fight in the same fight, no matter what our complexion is. We can't help how we were born.
True indeed.
We can't help it.
True indeed. And that's something that, you know, Black folks, we could be a little bit hard on one another. You know, we real petty and shit. And we, you know, a lot of the shit that as far as like light skin, dark skin, all this and every other difference between our people, we perpetuate it. And we'll use the excuse that this is what we was taught. But see, like I say, anything you learn can be unlearned. If you don't want to perpetuate that shit, you don't have to, but only so many of us want to be accountable for what we do and what we say. You know, compared to, oh, we're going to blame it on the white man. We're going to blame it on this, blame it on that. That's why we do what we do. You know what I'm saying? But Ed, what you think about the light skin versus dark skin, and what's your stance on it? Give me some experiences you had, you know.
Well, I mean, shit, this could take like a couple of shows with just my experiences alone, but I'll shorten it up. I grew up in Austin, but my parents were like the second Black family to move on the block. And even though the majority of my school was Black, I'm gonna be real honest, not a lot of them was my color. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking maybe the paper bag thing kind of was still going on around that time, but my father was, you know, he had a little money. So I remember being picked at school. I mean, it was to the point where the teachers showed more favor toward the light-skinned kids than the dark-skinned kids. I was made to pee on myself because, honestly, because she let all the little light-skinned girls go play in the water, I really had to pee. And it ain't nothing that will make some shit stick in your memory than it's winter and you sitting in some wet-ass corduroys in 3rd grade. Wow. and she used to pinch our and pull our ears and stuff, and she just let the light skinned, kids do whatever. Not to mention, at that point, I mean, it's the late 70s, early 80s. I'm sorry to say, light skin was in. You know what I mean? I've heard my whole life, I'm dark, I'm black, I'm an ink spot, I'm blurple. It got to the point where it gave me such a complex that I said that I was gonna have a baby by a white man or a Puerto Rican man, just so my kids didn't have to go through what I went through.
Right.
And I mean, yeah, and it took me a long time to kind of, and I'm not gonna, and I understand what Michelle was saying, and I want to apologize on behalf of any light-skinned woman I've ever treated different, because what she said is true. When a light-skinned girl walk in the room, it's almost like, and I don't even think it's so ingrained in us, we don't even realize that we're doing it. It's like we already got an attitude against her, because at this point we know she's going to get all of the attention. And I mean, and I like I said, I don't think I've personally ever done it, because my best friend is like really, really, really bright. So we've shared our experiences, and it came out to where it doesn't matter. You really can't win being Black because you picked on for one thing or another. She got picked on for being really light skinned. I got picked on for being really dark skinned. So it's like, I make jokes too. I make hilarious jokes, but it's all out of love.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it is. Shut up, Johnny. Why everybody gotta tell Johnny to shut up? Okay. And this is all out of humor. Don't cancel me. But the last one I put up, when I say I still laugh about it right now. It say, light-skinned men roll over in the middle of the night, scream, "I'm so cute."
I saw that shit.
Giggle and go back.
And go back to sleep.
Yeah. I was like, and I was sitting up there like, you know what? Me like that yet? I'm like, she don't know me like that yet. I'm gonna go on this page, and I'm like, oh really? Right? Okay, that's what we're doing. That's what the fuck we doing. Okay.
But to be safe, me and my friend D, he light skinned. Me and him, they had whole light skin, dark skin wars, like where he'll post Cicely Tyson to be like this Ebony prom picture, and then I post a picture.
Listen. So when I saw your post, right, I was like, yeah, good for the MJG joints. I was like, yes. I was like, yes.
That's my own blood, though. But as far as, one more thing, and as far as about it getting better, it really hasn't gotten better, because once I got to high school, I learned about being Black, other than what they taught us in February. I got a sense of like identity and pride, like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to look like, because I know what I come from now.
Right.
So I had a daughter, and at that point I said, well, if I was ever going to get married and have children, I was going to find. Don't laugh at me, y'all. Do not laugh at me. I had a big crush on Larry Johnson. Remember the dude who played Grandmama?
LJ, for real?
Yes. That was like I. Look,
but I get it. Yeah, Larry Johnson, Chris.
You know what I'm saying? Because I like big burly Black men. I'm talking about, I said he had to be 6'3", 250 pounds, and the color of my elbows. That's what I was gonna fall in love with.
Okay.
I got pretty damn close. Yeah, he wasn't 250 pounds, but everything else.
Now, is it your elbows when they moisturize or elbows when they ash?
Great question.
Yeah, what's this right here? Look, can you see that? Can you see that?
We see it over there.
Look, okay, well, fuck it. My kneecaps, and I was a tomboy, so there you go.
I mean, shit.
The color scabs. Just
so I ended up having, I wanted chocolate deep babies. My daughter, oh my goodness. Oh my God. I was just, because she was just so chocolate and everything. And then I had the other one, and damn near got demanded for a paternity test, because same daddy, but genes jump around. They call my son Little Eye Pooh. You know the Quickie Mart from The Simpsons? The Lapu, that's what they used to call my son.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, that can't, he's like, that can't be my child because that one is mine. I know. This one right here, he's red, his hair is curly, his eyes too big. Whose is that?
It happens. I mean,
You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. But like I said, to shorten it up, because like I said, I got story after story, but the most offensive thing, and this is just for anybody who's ever said it, please don't tell a dark-skinned girl she's pretty to be black.
yeah, that's kind of ill right there. Like,
That's the word,
And
you can't tell her. You shouldn't tell a woman anything on that line. Whether it's you pretty to be dark, you pretty to be big, or you know what I'm saying, you pretty for. I mean, that shit just don't.
Just say you pretty. Just say
right. Just keep it
simple. Woman is pretty.
See, motherfuckers pretty. But see, people say what they mean. You see what I'm saying? So that's
exactly. And that's because it's in that. That's because it's embedded. That shit is embedded.
Because dark skin is equal to ugly already.
I'm in a group that I just deleted myself from. I deleted myself today from this group because first of all, when I got put in the group, I thought it was one thing and then it was another. It was like, what was it called? See, I done deleted myself, so I can't go back to it. It was like dark brown skinned girl, like beautiful dark and brown skinned girls, right?
Okay.
But when I got in the group, or whoever added me, you know how you get like this 30-day thing before you say yes or no, so you can see it.
Yeah.
And I didn't really accept it until I wanted to see first, like, what the hell is this shit? And there was a lot of posts about like porn shit. And it was just like, oh, so this is a porn site. But then they was like, this ain't what this is. They started kicking the people out and, deleting the people. But the thing was like, okay, so they putting up all these beautiful pictures of all these brown skinned, dark skinned women. So I started noticing something like niggas was getting away with putting up little pictures here and there of white women. Right? So it'd be like one or two people saying, wait a minute, this group say dark skin, brown skin. And then one person be like, yeah, I know this for, this brown skin woo, but I just had to post up this baddie. And it was like, then, like you see 30 and 40 dudes and they're like, yeah, she is bad, woo woo. And it was just like, so you allow a person to interrupt the celebration of a sister to put up a manufactured white girl at that.
And you know why? Right? It's because it's a whole thing. It's like, I mean, men, we pretty simple, right? We pretty simple. We most of us is pretty basic, You good over there?
Yeah. I was thinking though, what did that rapper say? Food and head is all a nigga need, but
exactly. Go ahead. So that's about it. That's true shit. So it don't really make a difference what color she is. But in that site, a nigga just, niggas gonna be niggas do dumb shit.
You know what? That's you though, because I've had a friend.
That's definitely not the case.
Yeah, I can't say that.
God rest his soul. This boy sat down. We was in I don't know, Mr. Odom class, but we was in school, and he started describing his perfect girl, and he was like, she gotta be light skinned, she gotta have long hair, she got green eyes and stuff. So my smart mouth ass, I'm like, well, damn, just go get a white bitch. Oh, Eddie, you just mad because you look. His response was, oh, you just mad because you black and ugly. Now, one or the other could have been fine. I would have accepted either one, but why I gotta be both though?
Right.
See, like this, it's fucked up because it all comes. All this shit stems throughout the years from exactly where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. It's what I'm saying. Nick Cannon? Nick Cannon said it. It's like, for whatever reason, in the entertainment industry, in the sports world, things like that, a lot of these motherfuckers feel like they reach success when they dip off to the other side, right? Whether it be the lightest of the light girls or the whitest of the white girls. You know what I'm saying? And it's just fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
But ain't that what he did? Because ain't all his baby mamas white?
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey biracial. That was his wife.
The majority of them, they either
But
biracial
the look,
or
it's
they're
the look
or
though.
they're
By
white.
Mariah Carey,
It's white.
it's the
Yeah.
look.
So he said that, but he got
It
like
was a
4 baby
contradiction. Yeah,
mamas.
it was kind of a contradiction. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
But
what
that's
about-
the thing.
Okay.
What
Okay.
about Lil Wayne though? Lil Wayne had made a song. He said,
We got 9 minutes, y'all.
dark skinned girl look better in red. You got Chris Brown telling people no darkies allowed. You know what I'm saying? It's girls out here making songs about he want that yellow bone and shit like that. So I mean, it's perpetuating.
Now it's all about the fake ass. They don't care what color.
That's a whole nother thing altogether.
Wait a minute. Okay, wait. No. What caliber of men are we talking about? Like, I don't know. No.
Yeah, like,
Men ain't
All calibers.
No.
All calibers.
No.
Trick.
No.
It's all about
Women.
Like, if you got
Women. You are the ones that are out there that's going crazy over these fake asses. Ain't no nan nigga ever told y'all to go do that shit. Y'all went to go do it because y'all wanted those asses to look nice. We already thought the asses niggas was not. We did. Oh my God, women, y'all, everything that y'all do, we clowned. Y'all, we clowned. Going to get plastic surgery was being clowned when we grew up. Going to get was white girl shit. Going to get hair extensions was clowned when we was growing up.
So what you're saying is I can cancel my fat transfer from my stomach to my ass. I can cancel that.
Please do. Please do.
What you need it for?
No, I'm just joking.
We like to grab the
joking.
But that goes along with what I just said.
But you know what? This is my philosophy though. I'm like I said, I'll be 45 in 2 weeks.
Oh, word up.
I ain't never had no problem getting no man with my pancakes. And that's just it.
That's it. Don't need all that extra shit. You know, you ain't gotta go and get all this. And look, we real fucking simple. Men are real simple. At least that's my theory on it. We don't ask a whole lot. Most men, the average man does not ask a whole lot.
No.
But then again,
we're not looking at
you have to look at all these influences too. Every rapper got a girl with a fake ass. You know what I'm saying?
But they rappers though. Everybody else not rappers.
They rappers talking about doing the same thing that somebody out on the street doing, that maybe they can make it, and when they make it, they can get a girl that look like that, which means that they got money, they got status.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Like
I can't.
Put like this. Go ahead, John.
The quality of man who would listen to a rapper tell them what type of girl I don't think we should be talking about those type of motherfuckers anyway. Like, why the fuck do we care what they got to say? Because I qualify those people as pieces of shit, and I personally don't like to talk about pieces of shit. So I don't think that they count really. Or at least they shouldn't count.
These little boys.
They shouldn't count. But then when you think about it, it's a lot of men. It's a lot of grown men our ages and stuff trying to emulate these young boys too. So
that's why we should talk about it.
We have to agree though. Men are visual creatures. We gotta agree with that.
No,
That could be like the next topic.
Yeah.
Yes, y'all. Listen, not even a woman, a car. Oh, that car's so nice. Oh, the shoes so nice. Oh, the watch. Men, most men. Johnny, maybe you might be the exception, but men are visual creatures. Period.
There's a caveat that goes to that. No, hold on. There's a caveat that goes to that, because the caveat that goes with that while we are visual creatures, you all are saying that we don't lose our eyesight when we get into the bedroom. Believe it, maybe it's because y'all are women.
I'm not saying that it has to be a big ass. I'm just saying men are visual creatures.
I know. Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
How many of
You're a woman.
y'all, honestly, and I want an honest answer from you guys, and if I know y'all gonna lie.
Johnny gonna lie. Let's put that out there. Johnny gonna lie.
Johnny gonna be real.
How many of y'all been seen a group of girls, and if y'all had a chance to holler at any one of them, it's gonna be the one with the biggest booty?
Andre.
No.
I disagree.
Oh shit! Name dropping.
Now. Let me say this. I'm not saying that I was not a popular person in high school. I wasn't. But I mean, like in life, right?
Right.
But you have those moments, right? You have these moments like if you're out at the club, you ain't looking to spend some time with somebody on
Trying
a
to tell you.
deep level, okay? But that does separate like the man from the boys though, because even in those situations, like some of the chicks I took home, if I hear the conversations that they're having, right, and that big booty, big breasted, gorgeous girl say the wrong thing, I'm turned off.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, she could be a looker, and even in those situations, most niggas like, what was that? What he saying, Boomerang? You ain't fucking her brain, but
or fucking her feet,
or you ain't fucking her feet. But in a certain instance, you actually are, and that's the problem. It's like because most people think like, yeah, you're a visual person. Yeah, we're visual people, but at the same time, we hear what we hear, and that's the separation of people. You know what I'm saying? That's the separation.
The looks would capture their attention, but the intelligence, the conversation
could
will keep him. The looks will get him, but the other personality will keep him around.
We can leave the club, go get breakfast, and the idea would be, you know what I'm saying, we finna go do what we do, and then at breakfast you say some stupid shit, and then be like, okay, well it was nice meeting you, thanks for the meal, go home. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
2 minutes. But damn, I didn't want to interject. But like I said, we got 2 minutes, y'all. Just when we clear, because it's gonna cut out in 2 minutes, 29 seconds.
Okay.
Y'all go ahead and take the last 2 minutes, and then we're gonna take a 5-minute break, and then we're gonna come back, we're gonna pick this shit up. So y'all go ahead. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna wait till the next one. Y'all go ahead. Whoever gonna take it, take it.
Light skins rule.
Johnny.
Eggnog colored people, I guess they cool, you know, I suppose. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I guess granola colored people. I suppose they all right.
Look.
Okay. You're acting like a well done steak.
That's fine.
Shit.
That's fine. That's fine.
Look, wait, here we go. Pretty Ricky, what they called him.
To this day, man, I am Albie Shore, I am El DeBard, I am Detective Torres, Howard Hewitt.
Yep. All of them.
I think I even got James Ingram one time, and I was like, I get James Ingram.
James Ingram, 100.
Oh.
Wait, that was a cougar. Look, that was a cougar trying to spit some game, because damn, James Ingram.
Right, I'm like, okay. Listen, I'm in the corner like, I don't have a heart. I'm just saying, man. If this shit, it ain't gonna never stop though. This ain't gonna never stop.
Real shit.
There's never gonna be a time where it's not gonna be, you know,
but
somebody
like,
saying some shit.
Because I know we don't got no time, but like Emily said, you have to know who you are. You got to be proud of who you are. And when people treat you a certain way, you gotta have to come back and you gotta be strong, because it ain't never going away.
You have to learn jokes. You need jokes.
There's jokes to get you through.
Yeah.
Because Parmesan colored people are never going to stop talking trash. And so
Black folks embrace adversity. That's a good thing about Black people. You know what I'm saying? So we take bad shit and turn it into good shit. So that's at least a positive, you know. But we got a whole lot more to talk about on the next one. So we probably got, I don't know, a couple seconds left. It's going to shut down. We're going to be right back with the Uncommon Sense Show. And we got more good shit for y'all.